In the Middle East this morning, fears are rising about a potential major escalation of fighting between Israel and Lebanon. The death toll from a Friday Israeli airstrike on Lebanon has now risen to 31 people. Lebanon's health minister says among the dead include 7 women and 3 children. The strike on a densely populated area in Lebanon's capital of Beirut reportedly killed 11 Hezbollah leaders, including Ibrahim Akil, who was a major senior operative. IDF officials say the militant group members were meeting in a basement of the building that you see here that was destroyed. Lebanese officials say at least 23 people are still missing. And joining us now to discuss is William Wechsler, Senior Director of the Rafiq Hariri Center and Middle East Programs at the Atlantic Council. Thank you so much for joining us here on Scripps News Weekend. So Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah, says that Israel has crossed a red line this week after those pager devices and walkie-talkies that were carried by Hezbollah leaders were remotely detonated in Israel. That was, of course, before Israel reportedly killed several Hezbollah military leaders in that Friday airstrike. What is potentially next here for these two countries?
Well, Hezbollah says that Israel crossed the line recently, and Israel says that Hezbollah crossed the line on October 8th when it attacked Israel unprovoked and drove tens of thousands of Israelis out of their home in the north. The problem that we're seeing on this border is a slow incremental march towards a much wider war. It's unclear at this moment whether Israel is intending to escalate in order to then de-escalate, to try to complete the negotiations that the United States has been driving in order to bring some peace to this border, or if it's trying to escalate in order to prepare the ground for an incursion into southern Lebanon in order to create a border zone that can prevent Israel's north from being attacked, or if it's a prelude for a wider war, which could happen very quickly and get very big.
Yeah, we've seen these incursions and the interactions ramping up, as you said. So how do you expect Hezbollah, and do you expect other potentially other Iranian proxies to also respond to what's been unfolding in Lebanon the past several days?
Well, the leaders in Iran have made clear that they will fight to the death of every last Palestinian. They'll fight to the death of every last Lebanese. And they'll fight to the death of every last Yemeni. They do not want their most important proxy and partner, Hezbollah, to be destroyed in the way that would be the most likely outcome of a much wider war between Israel and Hezbollah. So it is in Hezbollah's interest, frankly, it's in Iran's interest for this war not to go fully hot, and one only hopes that they'll return to the negotiating table with the United States.
Does Hezbollah's credibility as a top Iranian proxy, as one of the more organized and sophisticated groups, depend on what kind of revenge it inflicts on Israel?
It does in many respects. The last time that they were confronted with this choice, however, their response was not seen as adequate in many of the audiences that they care most about. There was rumors that they were also trying to assassinate Israeli leaders that were foiled. The attacks most recently by Israel against the leadership of the Radwan force, that is Hezbollah's most important special operations force that is designed intentionally to do operations inside of Israel. There are some reports that said one of the reasons why Israel took this moment to take this attack is because the Radwan force was planning a October 7th type attack inside of Israel, but we don't know that.
A tough road forward for all parties involved. William Wechsler, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
And at least 20